helping adult children. My husband and I are both retired. We have 3 children, all in their 30s, and it seems we are always supporting at least one of them. I'm starting to worry that our nest egg is dwindling, but I don't want my kids to suffer. How can we help them while ensuring that our situation remains solid?
Sadly, I have a lot of experience in this area.
Well, I noticed you started reacting even as I read the question.
Now, my boys are in their 20s. I have 2 boys in their 20s.
My wife and I have a little experience in this area as well.
Who both still get some form of financial assistance from mom and dad. Now, I was a little rougher around the edges on this in the beginning of the outset. I'm like, because I kind of, left the house at 17 and kind of never looked back, right? And,
I see you as a tough love father. Yeah.
But I've realized, too, the economics of the folks in their 20s and 30s today are a little bit more challenging when you add in the average wage they earn to the average cost they have to spend for things like housing, insurance, auto insurance, or automobiles. Now, I don't have a lot of sympathy to go out and get a $900 car payment or something, right? But if they're just driving a reasonable vehicle and having to pay for that and finance it, if they've now got some form of debt load from their education experience, and of course the cost of these insurances have gone through the roof, and then housing. Right now, housing is almost 4 times more expensive relative to their wage as it was for someone that walked out of college in 1985. So they are at a disadvantage in our current economic environment. So once I kind of looked at it from that, I subsidize them. But I have a simple rule. You got to move the ball forward. If you want me to keep throwing the ball down the field, you got to keep running forward. I'm not gonna just placate you where you status quo. Well, so if they make positive moves, I'm willing to help them.
We must have clients who are in this same situation who are trying to help their children.
Do, and we coach them.
What's the answer? What is it? Is it all part of having a written plan so it's planned out and thought out ahead of time?
Well, so what we don't want to get back to the questioner is we don't want you to run out of money. No one's going to lend you money for retirement.
Right.
Your kids have ways to borrow money for education, for housing, for cars. If they're upstanding members of society and have reasonable credit scores. There's a lot of ways. Now, you don't want them to overburden themselves, so you should work with a competent financial planner. If you're not working with our team, work with whoever you're working with, and just make sure you're okay for the assistance that you're going to give it. The other thing you'd want to look at, Chip, is how are you giving that assistance? You'd want to do it in a tax-advantaged way, and you can. Like, I'm pretty good at that because, as I said, I do give my boys some assistance each year, but I'm also making sure they're fully funding their Roth IRAs and other things that will give them a better future well down the road, 40, 50 years from now.
So make sure that adult children are exploiting every opportunity possible. That's one way for the parents to make sure they don't overextend themselves. And do not take away from your retirement
to help them, right?
Right.
Because, like I said, no one can come rescue you in retirement if you're not rescuing yourself. Hey, if you're looking for more content like this, make sure you check out these videos, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring the bell so you'll be notified when we publish more content that will help you retire smart. Thanks for watching.